Trip for four to Orlando's most magical theme park, including airfare and hotel. Register now to win at SanAntonioSportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, more than leaves fell today when Justin Jefferson signed a record deal for a non-quarterback at 4 years, $140 million, 110 of that guaranteed, 35 a year for him. In wake of that deal, CBS Sports' Josina Anderson reports that the Cowboys and Lamb are expected to speed up contract negotiations now. In some sad news, Hall of Fame guard Larry Allen passed away while vacationing with his family.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That goal is history. A walk-off home run.
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge.
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. Thanks for joining me, however you may be doing that, whether that's on 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com, via our A Best Bail Bonds audio player, or on our YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and do that right now. SA Sports Star. You can like, subscribe, catch all of our shows right there. You can comment along like Brad Records, Jacob Eric, Daniel Batista, already in the bullpen. What's going on, guys? Appreciate y'all for joining me this evening as we get ready to kick off a great week that will start the conclusion of the NBA season as the NBA Finals get started on Thursday. But Justin Jefferson shook the market this morning when he agreed to a brand new extension with the Minnesota Vikings. As I said in the Sports Center update, reports are it is the highest deal for a non-quarterback, $35 million a year, 4 years, $140 million, 110 guaranteed. And because of that, the forest has been clear-cut. CBS Sports' Josina Anderson reports that the Cowboys and Lamb are now likely expected to speed up contract negotiations. They should have been sped up a long time ago. And that goes for him. That goes for Dak. It went for player after player after player when it comes down to Jerry Jones and getting contracts done. DeMarcus Lawrence comes to mind. If Jerry doesn't get a steal, it feels like he drags his feet on a contract until it's the point of no return, where if he was proactive on it, and before Amon-Ra St. Brown signs, before Jalen Waddle signs, before Nico Collins signs, before A.J. Brown gets his extension, if he comes to CeeDee Lamb and goes, hey, 32 mil, he sets the record. CeeDee's the highest paid receiver, 33 even. Right now, I think 30 floors the bar. And I keep hearing how he shouldn't get paid as much as Justin Jefferson makes. I find that hard to believe. I look at him, and while Justin Jefferson has the average yards per game throughout the first part of his career, CeeDee Lamb is right next to or ahead of him in literally every other sense of the world. He's played more games. He has more receiving catches, more touchdowns. The only thing he trails him in is yards, and that's only by about 500 yards. So I look at it, and remember, CeeDee Lamb started his career as the number 3 receiver, not as the de facto number 1 when he walked in the building. He played behind Gallup and Amari Cooper for a few years before eventually taking over the role when Amari Cooper was traded to Cleveland. Look at this team this past season. The best player on offense was CeeDee Lamb, followed by Dak Prescott, and it wasn't close. He is their best opportunity to move the football on offense. And I don't know if he will do it, but if he wants to show that he means business, he could pull himself a Zeke Elliott. You want to see what because remember, Dak had 0 weapons. His number one receivers were Cole Beasley and Allen Hurns. And the Cowboys thought they could make that work. And by week 8, they decided, oh no, we got to pay a first round pick to go get Amari Cooper to then turn around and pay him. Fred Records on our YouTube live says, he heard Rob Thompson this morning say CD will get the guaranteed money amount close to Jefferson in yearly salary. It doesn't matter where he beats him. He's going to beat him somewhere. Frank Mateo says you can't pay CD, Dak, and Parsons. That's not true. You can have Dak and CD taking up a chunk of the salary cap. But remember, where you overpay somewhere, you have to underpay elsewhere. And DeMarcus Lawrence, when his deal comes up, likely not going to get the same top of market deal that he's played at before after this season, if he wants to stay in Dallas. That is the principle of the Dallas Cowboys. You pick the players that are most important to success of this team, you pay them and supplement with rookie contracts around them. That's the way the Cowboys have done it for a long time. And it is rare that they have had players that have commanded this kind of money at the top all at the same time. But that's what they're dealing with right now. And it's tough. Mateo says Parsons going to want QB money. Damn right. Justin Jefferson is the highest paid non-quarterback until Micah Parsons signs his deal. It's that simple. And you look across the landscape of the NFL. Other teams find a way to do it. You find a way to pay the players that you deem are most important to success of your franchise. The Ravens are paying top of the market money to offensive linemen, quarterback, and tight end. They're also paying top of the market money to Justin Madubuike as of this offseason. Oh, and they went and spent a whole bunch of money on Patrick Queen. Like, you can do it. It's the way the salary is structured that gives you the opportunity. People think they're paying Dak, CD, and that 35 comes all up front, or the 118 or the contract allows you to spread it out to where it is more amenable to build the team around it. You're not paying the 35 a year. You're paying balloon payments in the end, but up front, it allows you to build a roster, and that's what those long-term extensions do. The reason the Cowboys are so cash-strapped right now is because you're having to pay a wide receiver on his 5th-year option. You're having to pay Dak Prescott on a balloon payment of 59 point whatever million guaranteed, almost 60 million, all up front. That's what happens when you get to the end of these contracts. But by extending them, you're able to spread that money out, which then opens up more money, which is why from the beginning of this, get these big 3 signed before free agency was so they could have money in free agency, because they didn't until they got these deals done. When they get the deals done, the money spreads out and will then allow them, according to the salary cap, to be able to spend more money elsewhere. That's just the way the modern NFL contracts work, which is why extensions are what they are. Yes, you hate paying them. Yes, you hate the balloon payments at the end. But by doing that, by restructuring them, by extending them, you open up salary cap space for these other players. And hopefully by the end of that contract, instead of having it restructured so many times that you can't get out of it, like Dak's deal, you have it more closer to the along the lines of, let's say, a Michael Gallup, where when you cut him, you can free up money or trade him or get out from under. That is the concept. Robert Tucker says Queen's a Steeler. You're right. Queen's a Steeler. I meant Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith's the guy they extended. They chose between Roquan and Patrick Queen. You're absolutely right, Robert Tucker. But that's the whole point. Like you have two ways of building a team. You either have a rookie contract deal or a solid team built all the way around him. Or you have a high-paid quarterback and you try and fill in the gaps around him. Don't give me he shouldn't be paid more than this guy because he isn't that guy. It's not the way the NFL works. And let's not forget, there's new Netflix money coming in. There's going to be new television money coming in. The salary cap will explode again come next year, the same way it did this year. It took a jump a lot of us weren't even expecting and opened up a ton of money for a bunch of teams. The Dallas Cowboys could be one of those teams next year that could have some money to play with in free agency if they can finally get these deals done before the start of NFL free agency. Look, you may want leaves to fall. The leaves fell. The tree fell. The entire forest was clear cut. This was going to be the case point and scenario for Jerry Jones the entire time. Yet he still chose to wait. Now he will pay the price for having to wait and seeing CeeDee Lamb be, if not one of the highest paid wide receivers in the NFL right now. And there's still other receivers behind him. And if I am CeeDee Lamb's agent, I can legitimately look at CeeDee's contract and or his numbers, and present them to Jerry Jones and say, listen, this isn't hard math. Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb, when you put up the numbers, 66 games played for Lamb, 60 for Jefferson, 395 catches for CeeDee, 392 for Jefferson, 5,145 yards for CeeDee Lamb, 5,899 for Justin Jefferson, 30 touchdowns for Jay Jetta, 32 for CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee leads in every category except yards, and both players have 3 Pro Bowls to their name and 1 All-Pro season. Those are numbers that agents can use to get their contract, and Justin Jefferson may be the highest now. By the time CeeDee gets his deal, I would not be shocked if CeeDee's is higher in some way, shape, or fashion, whether it's years, whether it's overall money, or whether it's total guarantees. Because CeeDee is in that vein as a top wide receiver in the NFL. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger right here in San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. When we come back, it's a tough one for the Dallas Cowboys, especially those that remember the great Larry Allen. And we're going to take a stroll down memory lane as it pertains to Larry Allen, who he was as a player, and even better, who he was as a person. That's all coming up here on Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax. Touchdown! A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax. 100% natural male enhancement formulas only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them. With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise. No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures. It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Remarkable change begins with daring to be different. Baby, I'm on a mission with Boost Mobile, putting the latest phones in the hands of more people. Introducing the Signature Coach Prime Razor, only from Boost Mobile. Rush to your nearest Boost Mobile retailer and get your Signature Coach Prime Razor on us. Get after it.
When you switch in with ID verification, select plans only. Offer valid 4/19/24 through 5/23/24. While supplies last. Taxes extra. New customers only. Must remain active and in good standing on the $60 a month plan for 6 months to receive all credits. Offer subject to change.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 68 or more OSB sheathing. And there's more. Save 10% on select James Hardie products when you buy in bulk. Visit us in-store or online for low prices on the materials you need. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Free is key during Craftsman Days at Lowe's. Right now, get one free Select V20 tool when you buy a Select Battery 2-pack. Plus, get your choice of a V20 drill or impact driver kit for $69. Don't miss your chance to save on the high-quality, high-performance tools you need during Craftsman Days. Because Lowe's knows tools. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 6/19 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Discover why critics are calling Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes the best film of the... It's a jaw-dropping spectacle that demands to be seen on the biggest screen possible.
I need to go.
Hang on. It is our time. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Now playing only in theaters. Rated PG-13. Some material may be inappropriate for children under 13.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Because now at Staples, you can save up to $50 on your print purchase. From posters and flyers to signs and menus, Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. And with Staples Print Perfect Guarantee, it's done right or it's printed again free. Plus, same-day service is available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. Get it printed right at Staples. And now get up to $50 off your print purchase. And 76, visit staples.com/print for details.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
It's Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. You can follow me on X, Instagram, all that, at I am Pledger. Follow the station at SA Sports Star. You can watch the show on our YouTube channel at SA Sports Star. Drop a like, say what's up. Robert Tucker. Fred Record said in relation to our last segment, thinks CD's agent may be trying to get the deal done because he could be tagged still, that Jerry has the leverage. Yeah, he may have the leverage, but he had the same leverage on Zeke. And what is that offense without CeeDee Lamb? How good is it? CeeDee Lamb is the cog to that offense that really helps it go. Dak can keep it afloat, but CD is what makes it exceptionally dangerous. So if he were to sit out, how good do you feel about Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, rookie, 6th rounder? How great is your receiving core at that point? And some sad news out of Dallas. The great Larry Allen passed away while vacationing with his family in Mexico yesterday at the age of 52. And it's heartbreaking to think about losing someone so young, regardless. It's also very tough to see, like when players like Emmitt Smith took to Instagram, visibly emotional and caught in that emotion while giving a 4-minute plus video on who Larry Allen was, what he meant to him, the type of person he was. And you see the outpouring of love from a bunch of former teammates, Troy Aikman. And it's incredibly heartfelt from those players, but you also start remembering about a lot of the good, how dominant Larry Allen was. Justin Tuck on Highly Questionable. We played it on the Blitz, talking about how Larry Allen would make a sound like a train, letting the defense know they were running to his side and they couldn't do anything in that hole, and defenses couldn't stop it anyway. And it was incredibly lighthearted. And you remember the 700-pound bench or the 40-plus reps of 225 he did back when the Pro Bowl had their skills challenge for players. And you just sit in awe of things like that. And then you see something like this come down the pike, where two of my favorite broadcasters of all time talking about one of the greatest players of all time in a line of plays that was just dominated by Larry Allen.
Now watch what this guy here does to this guy here. That is, if you want to be a blocker, you want to be a guard, you do this. That is called a pancake. I mean, that is man. guy right on his body. You know, and as I said, Ellis Johnson is a good player. He just doesn't know what to do now. So the thing that you always do is you say, just get low. And I watch Ellis Johnson. He gets so low there. He just took his head and just stuck it right in the ground. He said, I am not going to let Larry Allen get underneath my shoulder pads. What are you going to do? I have no idea. I'd ask for help. I'd stop. I'd say, someone else, you try this a while.
That's LaFleur who moves over to the right end. Here's Emmitt Smith again. Emmitt crashes into the secondary down to about the 5-yard line.
You're right in behind Larry Allen again.
I mean, it just gives you goosebumps to hear Pat Summerall and John Madden on the call. And it's a fantastic remembrance of a man that was arguably probably the greatest offensive lineman in all of football history. And it's another important reminder. Reach out to your loved ones, people that you care about. Always tell them how you're feeling about them, because we just never know. This has been Extra Innings with Pledger. I'm James Pledger right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Rangers baseball coming up next.
San Antonio Sports Star.
Are your windows struggling to keep up with the game? It's time to upgrade with Maverick Windows. Stay ahead of the competition with energy-efficient windows. Call Maverick Windows at 800-972-3631. That's 800-972-3631 to get a free quote.
Have you gotten your hands on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB yet? Southern Recipe small batch offers big, bold